So they're going to have to do some things, and if you think about it, it's going to be interesting to see exactly how Timmy Solomon fits in the lineup. Also Ronaldo coming off the bench, and you can see Coach Rubens now giving instructions to do the same thing about how things are to go.
Here's Brian Bain coming down the lane there for Catholic High, evading Antonio Davis and just laying it up and in. What a wonderful offensive move by Brian Bain. He's got a lot of basketball talent. As you look at the Crusaders and the coaches, Charlie Softy Rubens and Robert Knapp, the assistant coach there from Grand Bahama for the Crusaders. They want to basically do the same things they've done in the first half.
Keep in mind also, Nuvolari, Brian said to me earlier this afternoon, this game is for Trevor and for Derek Cummings. He will have another year, but this one is for them. He needs to see some things happen. This kid, you know, Catholic High did some things. They went to the Peachtree Classic earlier in December. It may have helped this ball club because they play very confident and they've done some things positively to help them out. C.I. Gibson needs to go back to the game plan here in the second half. Let's see what happens.
Second half of play underway. Crusaders get the basketball. Derek Cummings. There's Bain on the outside. Down low to Timmy Solomon, who knocks down the jumper. The little guy getting in the offensive groove early.
That's a sign that Timmy wants to play, and Coach Rubens is smiling that Timmy got that one to go down.
31-15 as the Crusaders open on a jump shot by Timmy Solomon. Here are the Rattlers now. Cooper Bertram driving the lane there, the baseline, and putting it up and in off the glass.
And they're saying to Trevor, look, you cannot give him that. Make him come to you, but let him earn everything he gets. And let's see what the Crusaders do here on the offensive end.
Back to Solomon. They find a cutting Brian Bain, tried to dish it off to Munnings. Had it stolen by the Rattlers. There's Miller. Gets a roll on the layup. Ranford Miller with the basket there. 31-19. And the Rattlers look much better coming into the second half than they did in the first half.
Whatever was said in that locker room is paying off. You're seeing some dividends here for the Rattlers here in the early moments of the second half.
Solomon, top to Trevor Harvey. Big man tied up, jump ball. And the Rattlers will get the possession. So Rattlers coming up with good defense and offense here in the second half.
Agreed, and I'll tell you what. If Trevor Harvey puts it down on the ground, you will see that C.I. Gibson team on top of him like crazy.
Cooper. Cross court to Miller, pulls up for the jump shot at the top of the key there. And they have a ball slapped out of bounds there. Christopher Brown went up for the shot. Derek Cummings slapped it away.
Good hands by Derek.
There's a jump shot taken by Cooper. No good. Rattlers still with the rebound. And now Davis pulled up for three. Knocks it down from way
That's an
deep.
NBA three.
Deep three-pointer. And that cuts the lead to 9. The Rattlers have come to life now. 31-22. Cummings working against Antonio Davis. And he's called for a dribbling violation. The Crusaders with the turnover. Davis off to Cooper, driving the lane. This is off to Christopher Brown. He was fouled by Trevor Harvey underneath the basket. And the Crusaders are seeing this Rattlers team find some new life here. They brought the crowd back into it as well.
Most definitely. Again, if you get caught up in the defensive scheme of this thing, you'll find that the Rattlers will make you pay. They can switch very quickly. Notice they went away from the man-to-man, went back to the zone. The result, turnovers and some baskets.
Here's Brown at the line. Misses on that first attempt. He'll have another one coming out. 31-22, 5:51 to play in the third quarter. Catholic High by 9. As Brown doesn't get the roll. The tip-in by Bertram Cooper for the Rattlers, and now it's a 31-24 ball game. Cummings for Catholic High. Crusaders have to remain poised here. There's a steal by the Rattlers. Antonio Davis off to Miller. Air ball. Davis comes away with the rebound. He'll reset it for the Rattlers. And here's Cooper. He puts it up off the glass. Brick, no good. And Cummings is tied up. And Crusaders will get the possession arrow on this one. And now Catholic High wants a timeout. Tell you what, we'll take a quick break as well and come back to the Kendall Isaacs Gym. Back at the Kendall Isaacs Gym, the crowd has picked up the chant of Rattlers as the Rattlers have found some offense and defense here early on in the second half. Crusaders with the basketball. Cummings to Bain on the baseline, pulls up. No good. Harvey the rebound. Lost it out of bounds. Rattlers basketball.
The ball is bouncing in the favor of the C.I. Gibson Rattlers, and they're taking advantage of it. They're cashing in. Kevin Johnson talk is really paying off.
Antonio Davis over to Ranford Miller. Back on top. Here's Cooper now driving the lane, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Derek Cummings. Here's Timmy Solomon. Solomon betting the defense, had it slapped away. Still Crusaders basketball.
Timmy tried a little bit too much with the basketball, and also keep in mind, Trevor Harvey walking down the floor, not getting into the flow of the offense, and I think that's working to the advantage of C.I. Gibson. As long as he's out of the play, they're going to do some things.
They bring it inbounds to Trevor Harvey. Over to Cummings, he feeds it into Harvey. Back to Cummings on the baseline. Dishes it out. Brian Bain driving now. Has a shot blocked. And here comes Miller. 3-on-1, 3-on-2, Rattlers. Miller puts it up, no good. Gets the putback. 24-31, back the other way. Trevor Harvey all alone. Rattlers didn't get back on defense that time, and Harvey was wide open for an easy dunk.
Put it down, easy one for Trevor Harvey. Well, here come the Rattlers, and they're not going to be fazed by that.
33-26. Cooper puts up a jumper. Off the rim, no good. Derek Cummings with the rebound. He's fouled by Bertram Cooper.
And Cooper actually thought he was parallel when he went up, but evidently because of the leaping ability of Derek Cummings, he just got a little bit higher and he got called for the foul, so that created some problems.
33-26, Catholic High leading the C.I. Gibson Rattlers. And the Crusaders with the basketball. Solomon across to Cummings. Cummings making a move, pulls up right of the key. No good. Harvey fighting for the rebound. Rattlers come away with it. Here they come, pushing it up. Antonio Davis misses the layup all alone. Ball snapped out of bounds by Catholic High. Rattlers will get it back.
And
but they missed an easy layup.
A good one, too. If you watch this on the defensive side, we're seeing a lot of pushing going on in the paint, but the officials are not going to be the ones to call it. They're going to let the kids play and let them do what they want to do on the inside. That has been one of the key points for both of these guys.
All right. They have a timeout, 33-26. While they're in the timeout, let's take a look back at the previous Hugh Campbell tournament, 1996, Tabernacle and C.I. Gibson.
Benson Young trying to keep the Seattle Walker Knights intact. It's 54-52. Shots another, toss to the back of the rim, rebound, comes off to Ricardo Stubbs, back outside Young, but he lost it. Benson Young lost the basketball. Stolen. William Delancey all the way up court to the basket. No, he missed the shot. He missed the shot, and it's over. The Tabernacle Falcons would win it. Oh, man. William Delancey got all the way to the basket and misfired on the attempted layup. And the Tabernacle Academy Falcons are champions. And William Delancey is on the floor, and he is going to cry for many nights. He had an opportunity.
6. Boy, Tabernacle in a nail bite of that one against the Seattle Walker Knights. Pulled it out, Norris Bain, and the Falcons out of Grand Bahama won up their 4 championships I do believe they've won now for the Hugh Campbell basketball tournament.
And a big question for Norris is whether he will continue coaching the senior boys team and what his future will be like as far as basketball is concerned in Grand Bahama.
There's a steal by Catholic High on the inbound pass by the Rattlers. 33-26, 3 minutes, 15 seconds to play in the third quarter. Cummings working against Miller. Cross court to Bain. Down low now to Solomon. Feeds it inside to Harvey. He pulls it back on top. Here's Bain now. He pulls up. No good. And Miller comes away with the rebound. And the Crusaders have seemingly cooled off from the outside.
Very much so. And tell you what, they're taking the ball inside. C.I. Gibson and not taking anything for granted. Jump shot.
Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Rattlers. Crusaders will get it back.
And you know what? If you look at the tempo of this game, it's now moved into the Rattlers' favor. They're now controlling whatever happens on the floor. You look at the Crusaders, they're walking. They don't have that bounce and that pep that they had at the offset of this ball game. That could be detrimental a little bit later on as we enter that fourth quarter, which is very, very crucial.
Good crowd on hand for tonight's championship game. Catholic High Crusaders and the C.I. Gibson Rattlers. Of course, the Rattlers as the home team with the majority of the fans here at the Kent Lions Gym.
And I'll tell you what, they're pulling for their favorite teams, whether it be Catholic High or C.I. Gibson. They're seeing a pretty good basketball game now on the floor.
Cummings almost threw it away, and Bain steps on the line there, out of bounds. Rattlers basketball.
Turnovers costly. C.I. Gibson ready to cash in on that one. Let's see what they do here.
Rattlers. Russell fades it into Christopher Brown, has his shot blocked. Ball slapped out of bounds. Last touch by Catholic High. Rattlers get it back.
And there's a lot of trash talking going on in this one too, Newbie. These kids are talking. They're not going to sit back and just let this one go like that.
Ball knocked out of bounds once again by Catholic High. Still Rattlers basketball, and now Bertram Cooper is going to attempt to inbound for the Rattlers. They pull it all the way out on top to Ranford Miller rather. Miller fades it inside to Brown. Had it slapped away off the foot of a Crusader. So still Rattlers basketball. Crusaders causing an awful lot of problems now on the offensive end for the Rattlers here.
I think they're picking up the pace a little bit on the defensive side. Let's see what they can do here with Ranford of the ball up top.
The Rattlers are looking to go inside. The Crusaders have denied them so far. Here's Russell going all the way. Had it blocked by Harvey. Christopher Brown comes up with it for the Rattlers. He'll send it back out on top. Antonio Davis. There's a steal by Cummings. Cummings keeping it, lays it up, no good. Rebound Rattlers, Jermaine Morley, or rather Ronaldo Russell there. Russell dishing to Brown. He missed it, but Bertram Cooper with the putback make it 33-28. The Rattlers have cut the lead to 5. There's Cummings for Catholic High. Trying to feed it into Harvey. Cooper snaps it away, and the Rattlers with another steal. Here's Davis. Russell trying to feed it inside to Brown. Had it snapped away, not out of bounds. Still Rattlers basketball. Some substitutions coming in right here.
Cordell Munnings is going to check into the ball game, making sure he gets back in there. And I think Ronaldo's going to sit down. And also, I'll tell you what, you can look at the eyes of the kids from the C.I. Gibson Rattlers team. They are focused. They know what they want, and you can tell from the look on the faces of the fans, they're just waiting for the ultimate explosion by C.I. Gibson. If they get the lead at the end of this quarter, you can see some partying going on in here.
Here's a look at the Rattlers, getting the momentum going. Coming out of the timeout now. Crusaders, Charlie Softly Rubens, making sure his team keeps his poise and composure at this juncture in the ball game. 1 minute, 3 seconds to play in the third quarter. Crusaders have led by a ton of points, as many as 15 in the ball game. The Rattlers have really clawed their way back into this Now down 5 with 1:03 to play.
Yeah, they've gone to their game plan. They're now listening to the coach, and they're going to basic basketball, the things that they've done all tournament long. The same thing they did against Sac, they're trying to do the same thing now here against Catholic High.
There's Cooper trying to feed it inside to Christopher Brown. Ran around the backboard, dish it out to Miller, knocks down the jump shot, wide open. 3-point ball game now. 47 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Crusaders by 3. Brian Bain off the Cummings, back to Bain. Bain looking inside, back out on top. Crusaders looking for perhaps the final shot of the third quarter. Over to Timmy Solomon. Solomon penetrating, lost it, and he was fouled by Antonio Davis.
Antonio with a very quick hands, got in there. He thought that he got a clean pick, but he didn't get it. And I tell you what, Timmy Solomon went inside looking for Harvey, but he can't do much with that in terms of it should be on the sideline. I think that's what the official is going to say. Right, it should be on the sideline. That's a good call, and it'll be inbound by the Catholic High Crusaders.
Bain gets it into Solomon. Back to Bain, going inside to Harvey. Harvey spins around in the paint, puts up the basket, it counts, and the foul for big Trevor Harvey, who's really been quiet on the offensive end tonight.
He's been quiet because he's been doubled and triple teamed down low, and also he's been getting some elbows in his back quite a bit. I think he was telling Coach Rubens that these guys are really hitting me down low, and right there, he just decided to stay up top and use his jump shot.
Completes the three-point play, 36-30, 17 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And the Rattlers now looking for the final shot. Antonio Davis to Miller, looking down low to Bertram Cooper. Miller trying to feed it down low. 2 seconds, puts up a jumper, no good. And Miller trying to feed it inside of Bertram Cooper there, just couldn't get it to go down. 36-30 after 3 complete quarters. We'll take a timeout and we'll come back to the Candlelights Gym. We're back at the Candlelights Gymnasium where the Catholic High Crusaders hold on to a 6-point lead, 36-30, as we go to the final quarter.
A good game we've got here for you folks as the CI Gibson Rattlers have actually gotten back into this one, and they too are very, very comfortable now here as we head into the fourth quarter, 36-30. We know now that they're going to go to that trap, use the clock, and see if they can get it to where they want it right now.
Here come the Rattlers. Ricardo Johnson with the basketball here. Off to Cooper, looking down low to Christopher Brown. Bain double team, lost the basketball. Brian Bain with the steal there. 3-on-2. Bain off to Timmy Solomon, didn't see anything, brought it back up.
Timmy, very smart, came out, realized that he was overmatched, said he'll bring it back out and wait and see if he can get the big guys inside and see what happens here.
Here's Cummings. He pulls up. Looks like a foul there, no call. Crusaders still with the basketball. Off the miss by Cummings. Looking inside, the feed to Harvey. Harvey goes up, he's hacked as he went up with the jump shot.
Every time he touches the ball, he's going to get banged, and I think that one will in turn be going to Cooper. And he's been putting a body on Harvey just about all night. Now, let's see if Trevor, getting banged up quite a bit in this one, can find the legs and the arms to shoot it.
There's Trevor Harvey, 6'10" senior for the Crusaders, originally from Inagua. And he was a project for the Crusaders, and they made it work out with Trevor Harvey looking to move on to prep school and then into college for some college hoop.
Well, he's going to be tough once he gets abroad and he can get out of here. He's going to be a tough kid. The coaches think he's got a future because he's a big kid. He can move, and they can work with him. And, they're going to put a few pounds on him, get him on some weight, and he's going to be one of those big kids later on.
Harvey misses 2 from the charity stripe, and here come the Rattlers. Cooper driving right back up the lane, had it stripped. Picked up by Antonio Davis. Brings it back on top to Ricardo Johnson for the Rattlers. Cooper with a move, had the shot blocked. Crusaders, 3-on-1. To Cummings. lays it up and in. 38-30, Catholic High.
Good look there by Timmy Solomon to find Cummings open underneath. Cummings wanted to go up for it, and he did get the basket.
There's Antonio Davis, a steal by Harvey. Had it poked away. Bain pushes it up court to Derek Cummings. He couldn't catch up with it. Lost it out of bounds. Rattlers basketball. But the Crusaders certainly picking up the defensive intensity now.
And also getting some instructions from the sideline. Coach Rubin says, Coach, calm down, guys. Stay in this one. Stay composed. See what happens.
Cooper almost had it picked by Bain. Inside feed to Brown. They find Bertram Cooper down low. He missed it. Harvey rips it. And he's been double teamed and is fouled.
That's going to be the norm for the fourth quarter. They are not going to allow Trevor Harvey to do anything inside the paint. He's got to get in his head. He's going to get hit. He's going to have to come in here and play basketball, and he's going to have to be strong inside. Whether he likes it or not, he's going to have to be a man inside that paint today.
38-36, 18 to play in the ball game. The Crusaders by 8. They feed inside to Harvey. He lost the handle on it. Rattlers come away with it. Johnson pushing it up court. Lost his dribble and dribbled it off his foot right out of bounds. Crusaders basketball. Bad break for the Rattlers.
He saw Derek Cummings coming back, and when he saw Cummings, he remembers down the other end that swat and the embarrassment. Does not want to get a block. Forgot what he was supposed to do with the basketball.
There's Cummings being double teamed. Off the Bain. Back to Cummings on top. Trying to split the defense there to Harvey. Harvey, shot blocked. And Johnson is fouled by Cummings with 5:58 to play.
Cummings doing a little bit too much. Could not get back in time. Threw his body in the way. Thereby, he picked up the foul. And you can see basically that he's not in sync as yet. And he threw one away, turned around, was a little bit too aggressive on that one.
There's a feed inside to Brown. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Catholic High. Still Rattlers basketball. They're trailing by 8 here with 5:42 to play in the ball game. Bertram Cooper will inbound. Cooper sends it out on top to Antonio Davis. Here's Cooper. Corey inside to Bertram to Christopher Brown, and Harvey called for goaltending violation. Went up and got his hand caught in the net.
Basket violation. Trevor tried to get up in there, and that's one of the key things. He moves underneath the basket too far, and that's going to be a call that he's going to be in trouble with if he ever stays that low underneath.
38-32, 5:20 to play in the ball game. Crusaders by 6. Here's Timmy Solomon, feeds it on the baseline. The shot missed that time by Cordell Munnings. And the Rattlers come back now, looking to cut the lead to 4. Just over 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Here is Christopher Brown. Had his shot blocked, but he's fouled by Munnings. A good feed that time from Corey Cooper to get it inside to Brown. 38-32, 4:59 to play in the ball game. And Brown going to the charity stripe. He's missed his last couple attempts from the line. Let's see if he can get it done here for the Rattlers, and they need them right here.
And he needs to cash in here now. He needs to come up and be big here on the line. Let's see what he does and let this one fly.
Brown off the front of the rim as some substitutions come in for both the Crusaders and Rattlers. Johnson going out. Coming in for him is Russell of the Rattlers. And Forbes checks in as Munnings goes out for the Crusaders. Here's Brown from the line. Doesn't get the roll. Rebound. Teared away by Bertram Cooper as Forbes came down with it for Catholic High. Cooper just ripped it out of his hands. And Cooper's shaped like Charles Barkley there.
He is a tough kid. He's a tough kid. He is really large in terms of his width. He can even move out. And you can see that they basically getting some instructions now and making sure that they box out and that they control the offensive boards, make some things happen on the inside.
K.J. Johnson also giving Brown some instructions on how to shoot those free throws whenever he gets back to the line. Cooper knocking down the first attempt, make it 38-33. 38-34 now. The Rattlers are right in the thick of it. After being down 29-15 at the half, they've stormed back. 38-34, 4:48 to play. There's Bain. Still with it. Bain on the baseline. They feed it to Forbes. Forbes spins around. Left-handed jumper, no good. Cooper with the rebound. Off to Davis. Davis going left. Pulls it back out on top. Russell. Comes to Cooper. Working against Bain. And there's a block by Harvey as Ronaldo Russell went to the hoop.
And I tell you what, if you watch Harvey inside, he's not going to let you come in the paint. And a good move by Cummings to shield off the big guy underneath in Cooper.
Rattlers with it. They feed it inside to Bertram Cooper. He's fouled. They'll go to the line again. So Cooper coming up big here in the clutch now for the Rattlers. He can cut the lead to 2 if he can make both from the line.
But you know, Cooper's a big kid. Bertram can in turn do some things inside, and he's very, very strong, and he's going to make the defense of the Crusaders come to him. On the other end, you got to find out now. They're going to take Forbes out of the game because he's getting manhandled down low, and you bring back in Cordell Munnings, and Cordell will try to work it. But here's where free throws are coming in. Cooper not able to put that one down. Let's see what he does with this one.
Cooper at the line. Second attempt. That one's good. 38-35, a 3-point lead now for Catholic High. 4 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the ball game. Chant by the crowd of defense. See if the Crusaders can maintain their composure. Brian Bain, with alley-oop dunk to Trevor Harvey, and he's fouled on the play. What a play by Catholic High. Bain driving the lane there through the layup, through the alley-oop to Harvey as the defense collapsed on him, and Harvey just slammed it down, and he was fouled as well.
Trevor Harvey taking it on the inside. Like I said, the players are taking it in, and they haven't been able to do that, Catholic High. And that's all. You've got to give Bertram Cooper an awful lot of credit. He has put a body on Harvey, kept him out of the game, but that time it was Harvey's show.
That one's good for Harvey from the line. Makes it a 41-35 lead for Catholic High with 3:51 to play here in the final quarter. Down low, on top, that is Brown. Off to Cooper, he's fouled. And that will perhaps send Cooper to the line. We've got a timeout. We'll take a break here as well, and we'll come back to the Secandal Logics gym. 35-41, Catholic High on top.